Okay, number 18 is a monster. So let's take it step by step. Complete parts A through D. Well, let's start with A. It says write the equation in exponential form. So remember, for exponential form, we look at the base to the exponent equals this. All right? So 2 to the y equals 1/4. Now, I suspect that you'll see this once I tell you, but you may not have gotten it on your own. Think about what you could raise, what power you could raise the y to get 4. If it would just say 2 to the y equals 4, you would easily see that y is equal to 2, right? But 4 is in the denominator, right? So remember how you can make what happens when there's exponents that cross the fraction bar. Remember the signs change? So essentially what happened is that this 4 got shoved into the denominator, right? So that this y here is -2. Think about that. You've got 2 to the -2 equals 1/4. Isn't that true? Right? So what value of y makes both equations true? It is y equals -2. I hope that makes sense for all of you. Okay, writing exponential equations if needed. Complete the table of values for the function y equals log base 2 of x. Okay, class, what this is saying is put 1/4 in each of these, like put the x value here and find out what y is. Well, definitely I think you should write this as a exponential function till you're feeling more confident. So 2 to the y equals x. So we're just going to systematically go through here and plug each of these values in here. Okay, so maybe I'll work that right down here, and then we'll erase it later once we've got it all done. Okay, so 2 to the y equals 1/4. Well, we just did this one a second ago, right? That is equal to -2. All right, let's do 2 to the y equals 1/2. Okay, think about this, people. If you brought the 2 up here, that would give you 2 to the y equals 2 to the -1st. So what does y have to be? Well, if these bases are the same, these exponents have to be the same. So y must equal -1. Okay, let's do it again. 2 to the y is equal to 1. Anything to the what power equals 1? Anything to the 0 power equals 1, right? So 2 to the 0 power equals 1. So y must be 0 on this one. Okay, let's keep going. 2 to the y power equals 2. All right? Well, there's an understood 1 sitting right here, isn't there? 2 to the 1st power, so same thing. 2 to the what power? Well, if these bases are the same, these exponents have to be the same. That has to be a 1. Starting to get the pattern? All right, we're ready for this next one. So now we have 2 to the y power equals 4. Well, that one's, it's getting a little easier, isn't it? Here you can see this is 2, and I think on the last one, you should be able to see very quickly that it's equal to 3. All right, so I hope that that feels, you know, reasonably straightforward here. I'm going to erase all of this. Don't you erase it on your work. I just need a little bit more space to work, okay? Plot the points and sketch the graph of the function. Well, let's start with these points right here, okay? I think that's going to be a little bit easier. Let's start with the whole numbers right here. So for the x value, it's 1, 0, so that's right here. And then 2, 1, so up here. And then we have 4, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And then we have 8, 3, that's going to be 1, 2, up here. Well, we know, because it's an exponential function, we know we've got a curved line going on, right? All right, well, let's keep going. 1/2, -1. So that's 1/2. Ooh, that's going to be right here, okay? And then we've got 1/4, -2. Do you see what's happening? We're getting very, very close to the y-axis, but we're never going to cross the y-axis. In this case, our y-axis is functioning as an asymptote. Do you guys see in that? So let's see if I can connect these lines here. Ooh, that's not my best ever, but you get the drift, I hope. Okay? Plot the points and sketch the graph of the function. That's what I've done. Okay? Now use your graph to estimate the value of log 2 of 6. Okay, so log base 2 of 6 equals what? We don't know. So remember, it's 2 to the x. See, you can see it much better when you write it as an exponential function. 2 to the x equals 6, all right? We'll come up here to your table, people. It was when we had between 2 and 3, when x was between 4 and 8, we got between 2 and 3, okay? So what is it going to be? 2 to the what power is going to give us 6. You see that? So this, remember what we've got going on here. It's going to be somewhere between 2 and 3, right? Okay? Well, so let's just try a few, okay? It said to estimate, right? So we don't have to get an exact answer. So, oh, I see. I wrote this down wrong because that's why we're a little bit confused. Let me fix that. This should have said y technically, because that's the way that we had used it in the original equation. I'm sorry about that. So it'll be a little less confusing if you say 2 to the y power equals 6. Okay, so then which of these two values? You can see that it's between the 2 and the 3 a little bit more easily. Okay, so 2 to the let's see. Let's try 2 to the 2.5 power. 2 to the 2.5 power. What does that give you? Okay. Well, try 2 to the 2.6 power. What does that give you? Okay. When I took 2 to the 2.6 power, I got 6.06. So that's probably about as close as we're going to get. Now, obviously, you could add a few decimals, but it says check your estimate by evaluating the appropriate power of 2 on a calculator, which we've done. So this can be the answer for letter D. All right? Thanks for sticking with me. You did good.